Hello, hello, and welcome back to, oops, I forgot to open up the gaming thing before recording. Hello, hello, and welcome to more Marble Island role game dev. Yay! Isn't this stuff fun? It's been a hot minute since I did it, and it's a little late at night as I'm doing this one, so forgive me if I'm a little bit dumb brain energy. I love the giant tree we got here. And like, when I say giant, like, if you need a sense of scale, let's just drop our marble on it. I'm thinking I want to put a very tall building in the middle of the city as well, and just allow these things to all be landmarks through which the player can, like, navigate the world in. I'm not looking forward to having to build a city eventually. But yeah, it's a pretty big tree. I'd love advice from people who know what they're doing better than me to help me make this game, you know, better. Hang on. Yeah. I'm just gonna quickly highlight the issues I'm needing help with. Issue number 1. I want the texture on that to be tiled and not stretched, and I can't figure out how to do it. I tried opening up... this is the texture that's on it, but I can't figure out how to make this start tiling instead of stretching. So, you know, if anybody knows how to do that, I'd appreciate it. Issue number 2. Very frequently, my marble, when it's going at high speeds, let's see if we can get it to trigger. Yep, will clip through the environment. If there's a good way to stop that from happening without capping the player's speed, I'd appreciate the help on that. And then issue number 3, these bad boys are supposed to be bobbing up and down and rotating, and I don't know why they aren't. So if anybody knows how to fix that, let me know. Hang on. This is it. Here is the, you know, the rule set of how they work. So if you think you can see why they're not bobbing up and down anywhere in here or rotating, let me know. I thought I had set them up to do that. So yeah, fun stuff. Things I know I want to do in the future, but I haven't looked into. I want to make my own custom texture that I'll slap onto these and a number of other things, so that they aren't just a golden ball. I want to also make it so that they have a shiny... When you're close to them, they look fine, but when you're about, I want to say, this far away, a shining glitter texture will start to play on them, so that you can sort of spot them from far away. And the further you get, sort of the bigger that shining glitter texture gets, up until like an upper limit in its size, in its growth size. Just so that you can like see marbles from a distance a little bit. But yeah, the reason why I want to stretch the texture on that thing down there, that's gonna get lifted up to be above the jungle here to serve as a jungle canopy. And actually, on that topic, I wanted to do something with this. Come on, move up. Oh, come on. So yeah, eventually I want this to be stretched over top this central jungle, tucked into the terrain just like so, more or less, yeah. So that we can have sort of a dense forest top over the jungle. And I want to make sure that it's aligned so that it's inside of this cave. Sort of hidden. Yeah, like that. And I actually want to scale this now so that it's stretching over the jungle as well. So let's slide this way, and let's go ahead and just make this 350. Oh, hang on. Undo that, and then let's fix that. 350. Okay, still not enough. Well, let's go ahead and go with 500 even. Is that a good stretch level? I think I do want to make it a little bit taller up and down as well, so let's go ahead and bring this to 420. Blaze it! Whoa! Oh! That's a little bit too much. Let's just get clean 400. Hang on, is there... Okay, there's not just like, I would like if there's a scale version where I could grab the corners and just stretch the corners to it, like the positions I want them in. Oops. Eh. Alright, that's a little bit too much. So let's go with 390. Let's go with 360. 360. Alright. Yeah, and now it's ending right before the volcano path, which is what my aim is. Alright, and I do want to make it a little bit longer on the green end still, so let's go with 550. Actually, no, let's go with even 600. See how that looks. Is that too much? Yeah, it's too much. Let's go with 550 again. And then adjust it to the positioning I want, which is right there. Yeah, no, we need a little higher than 550. Let's go with 580. It's I guess, yeah, no, let's go with the even 600, I think. And the idea is that when this is tiled, you know, and you're down here, head down, hang on. Yeah, it'll help create more of an ambience if they, like within the jungle. And it's a non-solid block, so the player can just fall right through it. And once I have that texture fixed, I might tweak some pieces of the environment to raise them up a little more. Actually, I think I want to lower it a tiny bit. Now, is that problematic for the cave entrance? Nope, cave entrance still... Oh, I love how gloomy and dark the cave entrance is. Yeah, eventually, this will look very nice. But now that I've done this, I do want to make some light... I want to use this as a guiding point to make some mild adjustments. I do love how the giant tree pokes over the canopy layer. I want to make some minor adjustments to the terrain here. What is some of what I'm thinking? Oh, Jesus. It feels so cramped right now. But, like, if we turn into the marble and roll around, it doesn't feel nearly as bad. Alright. So, yeah, the adjustments I want to make. Let me go into the terrain tool. Flatten. And let's pull all of this in to sort of, you know, be closer in towards where the canopy ends here. Because that's going to be the edge of the main jungle. More or less. So, I finally took the bait and watched the Parkour Civilization series that everyone's been talking about online. And yeah, nah, I get it. Parkour Civilization is a fucking riot. It's like masterclass in comedic deconstruction of dystopian fiction. It's a YouTube series about a Minecraft world where all of society is built around parkour. And like I was almost crying laughing at it at moments. It's just fucking hilarious. It's very, very silly. And I think it's very much intended to be silly. If not, I'm so sorry to the creator for mocking your property. But it gives me the vibe that they intended for it to be a little serious, especially if you watch his some of his newer stuff. The PvP civilization that's been going up. I wish I could remember the YouTuber that did it, but their name's not something easy for me to remember off the top of my head. Just look up parkour civilization, you'll find it. But it's a fucking riot, in my opinion. I love it. But ooh, actually, hang on. Let's let this be open out to the ocean on his side. So that from the jungle you can just roll out and look at the ocean. I like that. Where is the exact edge of this block? No, I'm trying to... There we go. Yeah. Give me a second. I'm closing one eye and positioning my hand as a sort of loose guide. Oh, fuck, I didn't realize it was going to bob everything over. Well, I think it was about here. But yeah, Parkour Civilization Season 1, masterclass in, like, deconstruction of the dystopian genre. I think it's very entertaining. Season 2, genuinely interesting and engaging story. Kind of shocked me how much I was actually like hanging on the edge of my seat wondering where elements of it were gonna go. Then PvP Civilization is new series. I enjoy it. It's not as good as PvP Civilization, but it's good. This has been Brian's review of the PvP Civilization series. Very silly, very, very fun. I've loved watching it. Actually, I do kind of like having just this here, but I do think I want to, and we'll play more with terrain as we go with this. We've got our walls here now, so now for now, let's get this guy out of our way, because I don't like looking at him. All right. So now what I think I want to start doing is walling up the edge of the jungle here. So let's just get to work on that. Yeah, extending out these walls here in various ways. Now hang on. I do want to, hang on, pull out the terrain tool again. And we're gonna eat away more at these hills to give ourselves like the maximum amount of space to work with. Hang on. Hang on, give me a second. There we go. So the jungle, yeah, the jungle strip rolls out as far as there, so I can eat away as much as, hang on, raise the brush size. Yeah, we can expand the jungle out as far as this far with what I just did. More or less that far, anyway. Man, I've been thinking a lot about other games I'd want to make, and I recently was like struck with like inspiration in my own headspace. I figured out what I would want if I got really good at this, or if I got my own game studio or something. My magnum opus game would be magnum opus. But to understand the pun, I need to describe the logo. The word magnum would be written on an actual like magnum gun, and opus would be written with like a weird arcane looking material, like magical looking shit. And the idea is that it's like a high fantasy world that went into a post-apocalyptic state, and society has become obsessed with guns. And like this game in my head would lie in a middle space between Borderlands, Dishonored, and Fallout. Like, I'd want it to be a role-playing game, immersive sim with a heavy focus on crazy guns and spells, where the way that what I'm thinking magic works in this world is magic is done by aligning runes and like putting ingredients together in like a rune, basically making ritual circles and burning ingredients and shit. And somebody realized, like, hang on, if we create a handheld device that has everything you need for a magical symbol, and you just need to like turn a gear, turn one part to make it cast the spell, we can make handheld rune casting devices. And everything went downhill from there. It just stopped looping my music playlist. Give me a second. I hate it when that happens. It seems like every time I go to do my music playlist, the first time YouTube stops looping it and moves me into a different random one. Yeah, I even have it set to loop the playlist. Loop the playlist. When I tell you to loop the playlist, that means loop the playlist. Sorry, I have to bring this up because the playlist is playing on the PC that I'm building the game in, because that's the best way to get the audio out the way I want. Yeah, so here we go. We've just increased the size of the footprint of our jungle. And I'm gonna want to do a lot of weirdness with terrain here as I go and build a lot of fun level stuff, some of which will work out as we go. This area over here, I think there might still be surfer dudes, but what I do in this corner might evolve and change now that this is different. I might turn, I don't know exactly what I'll do. Maybe I'll turn it into more of a Rocky Mountain region, and instead do the beach up over there, somewhere in the city region. The Haunted Mansion idea I had, I want to still do it, but like I'm gonna have to find a resource pack for that, because Lord knows I can't 3D model. If there are any skilled 3D modelers out there, I would be hiring, and we would work out a negotiation where I would pay you a certain percentage of all earnings of the game. Because right now, I can't afford to pay people. I'm sorry. Yo. Man, if that's the thing I'm gonna throw. If you want to help the channel grow, you know, fucking, God, I keep hitting the Windows key by mistake. Stop. Stop, close it. Jesus. Words. Yeah, support me on Ko-fi and maybe I can hire people to help me make this game better. And if you support me on Ko-fi, you're guaranteed a copy of this game when it comes out. If you donate enough, if you donate at a high enough tier. What tier that is, I have yet to decide on. I'm currently mentally floating around the $30 route, but I don't know. I'll figure it out, because I don't think I'm gonna charge $60 for my game. That'd be fucking ridiculous. This is not a $60 game that I'm making. I'm thinking $30 is fair. Okay. Sorry, I'm doing Lego talk where I'm just like, you see all the time in YouTube playthroughs of like Minecraft where the people get really into talking and then they stop actually doing the thing they're doing in the game and just start running in circles. You know, Lego talk. Yogscast Sips came up with that term, or at least he's where I heard it. I miss old Yogscast content. Like the Shadow of Israel and the Jaffa Cake Factory and stuff like that. I would love to get my friends together in a server and try and create a series like that. And that's why I think I love Parkour Civilization so much. Cause like it captures the energy that those series had. You know? Like I love my old goofy scripted fuck. Fuck. God, I keep hitting all the wrong keys today. I love my old goofy scripted content, or YouTube content, or my YouTube Minecraft content. I can use words. Models, nature, rocks, Rocks with foliage. Here we go. Alright, let's just start assembling these in a pattern that I like the look of. Let's start off with a curve in piece. Let's start with a 2-block jump raw beef. Or 2-block vertical jump raw beef. God, I'm sorry. I'm gonna be referencing that series because, like, there are words in it that phrases in that series that ingrain themselves into your mind. Yo, did he just do 2-block vertical jump raw beef? Bro. Oh, hang on. There's weird height stuff going on here, isn't there? Yeah, that's right. I did double-tiered height here for some reason. Why did I do that? Oh, I think it's because I just needed that area higher. And so here we'll go back low again. So we'll do that. Let's turn this in a little bit more. And we're not going to worry about matching the terrain for now. For now, we're just going to build a wall around. There we go. First piece placed. Scratching an itch. And I think... What does this one look like? Neat. Some of these I might scatter around as decoration eventually. That's cool looking. I think I want to do one of these next. Ooh, sitting cross-legged and putting my foot to sleep. Man, so I recently got on a dating site, and I've never in my life been hit on by more elderly men, and it's weirdly flattering. Like, sorry, I don't like men over 40, like, or over 50. I don't know. I don't know if over 40 is my limit. I don't like grandpas. I'm not a GILF person. I know I make the joke of being a GILF person all the time in my personal life, but I'm not actually a GILF person. But there's like a weird flatteringness to having to making a dating profile on the website and immediately getting a bunch of messages from old guys who are like, the two funniest ones I got were, first message, I could chain you up and be your master. And I was like, whoa, slow down there a little bit, buddy. Maybe tell me your name first. Blocked me. Because they were using, not their real name. They were using, a username of sorts. And I was like, okay. And then another one was just it was... I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was a very long one where he's like, oh, I would love to have you step on my balls and crush them under your heel. Just absolutely flatten my testicles into the ground while wearing heels, maybe? And I was like, ooh. Sorry, buddy, I'm not into cock and ball torture, but no shame. Oh, blown away by the level of courage on some of these guys, you know? I was gonna try and modify terrain here a little bit, but nah, not yet. Yeah, we're just gonna use these to block out the edges of our map. Yeah, it's funny. It's good times. I talked with somebody else in my life about how I was using Tinder and a couple other dating sites again. They're like, dude, you're just trying to those are just hookup sites. You're not gonna get a good long-term relationship on them. I know. That's the point. I want some fuck. Alright. There we go. I like the look of that one. And these aren't looking too bad lined up next to each other, right? I do think these all mold together pretty seamlessly for the most part. I mean, I say that, and then I see this. But I think I know a good fix for that. Let's just boom, boom, slide that bad boy on right there. And he's covered up the hole. Yeah, this modular ruin kit slaps. Big credit to the person who made it. You know, it's so fucking good. Let's see here. I don't know the name of the person who made it at this point in time. It's one of those things that was a free thing on the Unity store at one point, and I grabbed it. And I do not regret that I grabbed it. It's very helpful. Not Unity, Unreal, on the Unreal marketplace. I love the Outer Wilds OST so fucking much. Alright, so far we're getting a nice, fun, wiggly shape for the edge of the jungle. Welcome to my bunghole. It isn't very clean. I have never washed my taint. I have an infection. Welcome to my bunghole. It smells bad. Listen, it's late at night, I'm a little tired. I'm gonna be more stupid than I already am most of the time, so, you know, you have been warned. You're dealing with an absolute fucking buffoon. I'm enjoying this. It's very meditative, in a way. I'm actually recording this the week it goes up, which normally I try to avoid doing that with my content, because it's stressful. Because I'm gonna have like 2 days to get this uploaded, the semi little bit of editing I do, and like thumbnail, description, all of that put up. But I don't know where I was going with that. Yeah, work's just been killing me, so I haven't had as much time to record as I normally do. I kind of want to just throw this down right around here, because I think I want to grab another one of these, and another one of these, and create just a neat little area here. Will I do something with this? I don't know. Maybe I'll just throw a marble down in the area. Because I want some marbles to be you just roll around and find them from running around the environment. I want some marbles to be like, you need to look for them, you know? Or you need to do challenges for them. Oh yeah, look at this. I'm loving what I've done here. It's creating a weird environmental shape for the fun of it. You know, I'm just building the environments that I will later build the level stuff on. Honestly, building something up here for putting like a marble up here might be a fun idea. Oh god, I love Outer Wilds so much. I would love to get the Two Brothers Play Outer Wilds series back. The big issue with it is, though, that I'm now, like, I currently work 5 to 6 days a week, and the only day I have guaranteed off, I don't really have free time on. It's my Saturdays. I'm always very busy on Saturdays. And so because of that, there's like, it's hard to find the time for both of us to do the stuff, you know? As much as I want us to be able to do it together. But you know, if you want to help with that, support me on Ko-fi, because if I can get to $2,000 a month in donations on Ko-fi, then I can do this full time, and I can quit my job, and that means I will, it'll be way fucking easier to get the Two Brothers series back. Honestly, what I'm debating doing I have mentioned it in a multiple places, but I haven't really made an official post about it on the Ko-fi that, like, if I can get to $2,000 a month, I'll have another Ko-fi picked series. I'm debating making that other Ko-fi picked series a Two Brothers thing, where you guys get to vote on a game to make my brother play. But, yeah, I don't want to guarantee that, because I don't know how his scheduling in life is gonna be. So, like, you know. Generally, series with other people, I don't turn those into, major series, because you never know when somebody else is not going to be available properly. I'm loving the weird geometry we're getting here. Bum, 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 ba-da-boo-doo-boo-doo-boo-doo. What time is it right now? I can stay up a little later than normal because I don't got work tomorrow, which is nice. This is one of those weeks where I'm only working 5 days. It's just that, yeah, only working 5 days. It's just that those 5 days, I'm working a fuck ton. Man, so I heard a majority of the staff at the studio that made Outer Wilds and Stray have quit due to poor working conditions. Good for them. I'm gonna try and follow those people rather than follow the studio. Like, I've been keeping a close eye on a lot of people who were fired from Arcane, and I definitely want to play some of their games in the future. Like, one of them has a game where you're playing a fucking undead cowboy, and it's an immersive sim game with PS1 style graphics, and I'm just like, put that shit in my mouth, stick that directly in my beehole. I'm fucking stupid. But it's just a demo right now, and like, I think I want to wait for the full game, because I played a couple of demos early on in the channel, but I think in general, I want to focus primarily on like full release games on the channel. Oop, shit. There we go. You know, I kind of want to make the water murkier. Where's the... Where's the ocean? I don't know how I would do that. Well, there's another thing. If anybody knows how to make the ocean darker, let me know. I hope I didn't bite off more than I can chew for my first ever project, but like, I feel like this isn't too hard of a project all in all. You know? Like, I think I've made something that's reasonable to try to do. I'm having to Google shit all the time and learn what I'm doing and ask random strangers for help all the time. But you know, I'm getting there. Alright, let's build the other... Yeah, let's build this half now, this wall out. But real quick, I want to hop into the terraforming tool. Terraforming. Just get some of this flattened out. Just to make sure things are all generally on a similar level of height for the rock walls here. And I think I'm gonna want an extra layer down, but I'll worry about building up a rock wall layer for that later, you know? Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I think that's a good for like southern wall. I think at some point I'll want to, I have ideas about what I want the graphical styling of this game to be like, and I might actually get a friend of mine to do some textures. I mean, I say that, the graphical styling I'm going for, I want the game to have hyper-realistic textures for everything, but I think I want to have, like, some areas with some hand-drawn, like, billboards and artwork and stuff, and I think I might reach out to an artist friend of mine to do that, and to do the box art of the game, or the Steam banner art, whatever. And I think, like, I wouldn't mind just having a stylized version of the map be part of the box art, so the whole map, like, I like the idea in my head of, like, if this was a game you got physically as, like, a kid on your Nintendo Switch or whatever, that the cover art of the box of the game could serve as a map to show you a general layout of the whole island. So, like, I think long term, I wouldn't mind getting a friend of mine to, like, I give them an image of the island at this angle, and they draw it stylized, like, they exaggerate the tree and the stone here a little bit, make them bigger, and, like, I think that's something I wouldn't mind reaching out to a friend of mine to do. My friend Doodlesar, I adore her art style, and I would love to have her draw up some assets. I've considered the idea, I've tossed around the idea and talked with her about us designing, like, a dating sim type game together, but the issue is she doesn't have the free time to dedicate to it as much as she likes the idea whenever we talk about it. Because I've had this idea floating in my head for a while, ever since me and a friend joked around about it, of, Magical Boy. So, in a world full of magical girls, you are the first ever magical boy. And you get assigned to a magical girl team, and you have to, you know, work with them to fight back against the evil, like, magical witch who's trying to cause destruction and do generic, like, Power Rangers villain-style goofy evil shit, while also building up friendship, you know. Like, the gameplay cycle would be, like, a school day segment, which is, like, sort of, like, you do a little bit of training of school stuff. A day-to-day life segment where you get a little bit of free time to hang out with the magical girls, and/or train. And then like, maybe that'd be, like, 2 segments of that, and I'm thinking, like, once a week, maybe every Saturday morning has a wink wink nudge nudge to Saturday morning cartoons, an evil witch attacks. And she's like, I will defeat you, magical girls, and do whatever my evil witch goal is. I think that would be a very, very fun game, and, like, the gameplay style would be, like, day-to-day life segment would be a visual novel dating sim type thing where you're making a lot of dialogue choices, and then when you get to, like, the combat segments, it would be turned into, like, a turn-based RPG, where you're, like, given a series of monsters you fight in order, and, like, hanging out with each girl would sort of correlate to a different stat that you can level up. But you would also build up a bond with them, and that's how you level them up. So you make them stronger through bonding, and you make yourself, and also hanging out with them increases different individual skills. But also, you're trying to, you know, pick the girl you like to have a relationship with. I think it's, like, a game that could be fun and layered, and, like, maybe over the course of the game, you get to play, like 3 months of it, or maybe an entire school year of the stuff, you know? I think it'd be a fun project, all in all. get to design all sorts of goofy, like, Power Ranger. Like, I'd want to draw the monsters to the degree where they just look like a dude in a rubber suit. Or I have my friend draw them, I should say. Like, make it all really genuinely capture the feel of Power Rangers aesthetic, while also capturing Sailor Moon vibes with the magical girl stuff. Like, that's what I'd want to be, the midway field between Sailor Moon and sorry, between Sailor Moon and Power Rangers. It'd be so fun. Like, I'm just thinking about it. Oh man, and I just had a thought of there's those games where you were like to the sound of music having to like follow a bunch of dots and lines. I think maybe that's how I would make the attacks work. Like, oh, you're having to move around to cast your magical spells in order to make it more interesting than just click button stuff happens. Ugh. I have so many game ideas in my head that I want to make. I just lack the talent and or financial ability to make them. One day I'd love to have a gas game development studio. Games and such entertainment. LLC. I don't even know what LLC stands for. Oh yeah, this is all. Oh yeah, it's all coming together now. I think I'm gonna want a sort of ramp here. Landscape, ramp between here and here. Let's make it a little wider. Alright, and that'll be sort of how you get into the section up here. And that would also let you get up here to get over there and roll all around this area, which would be sort of its own whole subsection separate from everything. Yeah. Yeah, I'm loving every second of my little bit of game design here. Eventually we got to build rocks out around the outside of the island over along here. I love this. I'm loving doing this and making this. I'm just looking at what I've made and smiling happily. Cause like I love art. I love making art, and that's what this is right now. More than anything, this is just an art project currently. Like, yeah, I want it to be a game. Currently, it's more of an art project than a game until it gets further in development. Like, I don't even know how the fuck I would get this game on Steam ultimately. If I'm even gonna get it on Steam. Maybe I'll just end up dropping on itch.io instead if I can't get it on Steam. Maybe I'll drop on both if I'm able to do both. I don't know. I have no idea how I'm doing this. Also, I love the weird subsect of people who get angry at Steam for being the most popular online gaming store, as if, like, you know, they've done something evil to get into the position of being the most popular virtual store. And if we're being real, they're just doing, like, the bare minimum to be better than everyone else. Like, Steam isn't even that good, but it's the best online game platform because everything else fucking sucks. Good Old Games is pretty good, actually. Not everything else sucks, but like, oh god, fucking Ubisoft's constant shuffle of different virtual stores pisses me the fuck off. I've lost so many games off of them transitioning their virtual storefront 3 times, and just like, I'm like, okay, can you transfer my games over? Sorry, you don't have the exact purchase code that from this game that your parents bought for you when you were 12, so we can't do anything. Like, fuck you, Ubisoft. That's what my fucking... Or no, not Ubisoft, EA. EA, that's what I'm thinking. Fuck you, EA. EA's the one. I was mixing up... Fuck Ubisoft and their dumbass storefront, too, but... EA's the one who made me lose a bunch of shit. That's why my Spore series ended the way it did. Because they changed over from the Origin store to the EA Play, and I was like, oh, maybe doing this transition will finally get my online mode for Spore to work. Because Spore's online stuff is still in existence, apparently. And I tried it, and they were just like, you don't actually own this game anymore because you can't prove you own it because you didn't buy it on Origin, you bought it on Steam. I'm like, what do you mean? Do you need, like, a Steam code from me? No, we just can't confirm. Like, customer service is basically just like, no, you just don't own the game. We don't have proof of purchase on Origin, so we won't accept any evidence you give us that you own the game. And I was just like, oh, cool. And I've been able to actually fix it since then and get it working again through Steam shit. But, like... it's just fucking infuriating. Fuck EA. EA sucks. They're like one of the worst game companies out there. Come on, we're almost done wrapping the wall. It sucks because EA used to make fucking awesome games. Like, go to any, like, early 2000s EA game, and they generally fucking slap. Hang on. I want to do a funny. Give me a second. I want to do a funny shape. I want to play that game that came out on Steam recently. I forget what it's called, but it's like a parody of the old PS1, PS2 era Harry Potter games, and it just looks fucking hilarious. I wish I could remember the name of it off the top of my head right now, but I want to play it at some point. Man, the thought just hit my head. The unbelievable temptation to hide somewhere in my game an Easter egg of one block jump raw chicken, or one block vertical raw beef. No, what is it? I'm forgetting the line now. The urge to put in a reference to Parkour Civilization is strong. It's genuinely such a stupid fun series. I love it so much. It's quality YouTube is what I'm saying. Alright, but there's the outer... oh, Jesus, game. There's the outer wall of our jungle done. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, I'm loving this. I'm loving this. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm fucking stupid. This looks so good. And I like that general outline silhouette for the jungle. I'm very, very happy with what I got here. So I think we'll call this episode Marble Island Roll Game Dev there. With that wall done. And next time we'll try and tighten up the terrain around it. So yeah, hope you've all been enjoying this episode. End cards will be appearing in just a moment. Love all you very, very much, and ta-ta for now.